Gupta. I don't know whether I've seen you before, but welcome to the call. Shivoham. Kumar Swami, Komal, Margaret, Samite Gupta, Ashok Chotwani, Sudeep Bhargava, Sagai Raj, Veena, Shivoham, and welcome to the call. Chandresh Pratap, Dr. Surinder Goyal, Girish Amma, welcome. Vipul Raj, welcome to the Zoom call. Ajitek Dadda, Rajwendra Rais, welcome to the call. Kishan, Shikha Singh, Girish has come again. Gurudat, Karan Singh, and the rest of you who I don't see, I welcome you all to the call. I would normally like to see you and welcome you, but many of you don't have your videos on for the best reason known to you. But I'd like to welcome you all nonetheless to this call. Sarah, welcome to the call, Sarah, as you join. I see Ashok Nichani joining as well. So this is an important Zoom call for two reasons. We talk of a very challenging subject today, world peace. And one may understand, why are we talking about world peace? What is the relevance of enlightenment and world peace? There is a very strong relevance, a very strong connection. And therefore, we are talking about this subject today. And we are also going to be touching the topic of enlightenment and the Enlightenment Life book at the end of the session. But today's topic to me is very interesting because the whole world is in pieces. The whole world, there is a big problem. And people are living miserable lives. We are living with terror. We are living with fear. There is hate. There is revenge. There is anger. There is a problem in this world. There is no peace. My friends, you would agree that the whole world is fighting battles. Anywhere you see, there is conflict. There is war. What is the cause of the world to be in pieces? Why is there no peace? If you look at the television, what will you find? You will find that in Myanmar, they are killing people on the street. There is one dictator who's taking guns and killing people on the street. You will find powers like America and China fighting. But is it new? Are these wars and battles and fights new? No, there's nothing new about them. The problem is these have been happening from centuries, right from the time immemorial, because human beings want to fight with each other. Human beings want to compete with each other. Human beings want to become stronger. They want to become wealthier. They want to become more powerful. Every country wants to become more powerful. Every businessman wants to become richer, wealthier. Why? What is the cause that this world is fighting battles, battle after battle, battle after battle? What is the cause that there is so much bloodshed? People are going to war. You find wars even in a modern world, a sensible world like today. People declare war. We are not uncivilized beings. It was different if somebody declared war 1,000 years ago. But today, when man has progressed so much, still for man to declare war is a matter of great shame. That shows man is not using his intelligence. Man is a prisoner to his ignorance. But we are going to come to that. What is the cause? What is the cause of all these battles? The cause of these battles are many. Not just people want to become stronger and wealthier. Sometimes there are religious differences. Many of the wars in this world are fought because of religion. In the name of religion. Religion is supposed to make us peaceful people, make us love God. But instead, we are fighting one another in the name of religion. It's a pity. Sometimes you find a war because of love. Have you heard war because of love? There's the Trojan War, the very famous, world famous Trojan War, where Prince Paris, he stole the gorgeous Helen. He found her to be very beautiful. He stole her. I was studying a little about world peace because I was writing a book. This is The Simple Solution to World Peace is a book that will be published next month. The book is ready. It's very amusing. Great Britain was in China, in the area of Hong Kong, and there was some conflict regarding somebody to do with drugs 100 years ago. And because of that, they took over Hong Kong. For 100 years, Britain took over Hong Kong on some silly issue. And recently in 1997, they gave back Hong Kong to Britain. And now there's so much war in Hong Kong. You can't go to Hong Kong. My friends, what is the cause? What is the cause of these battles? What is the cause of war? What is the cause that there is no peace in the world? Do you know the cause? The cause is just one word. It is just one word. The cause of all war is one word. That word is called ignorance. We are having war only because of a simple word. It is called ignorance. What is this ignorance? For the next 5-10 minutes, let us touch the subject. What is this so-called ignorance? This ignorance is this. We do not realize certain things. What we don't realize? We don't realize that we are all one. We are not different from each other. Imagine two waves fighting with each other. You would laugh, right? Hello, you're just two waves. Why are you fighting with each other? Yeah, because I am wave A and he's wave B. No, you both come from the same ocean and you both go back into the same ocean. Why are you two fighting with each other? Because we are ignorant. The ignorance is causing this war. We don't realize a simple truth. If I tell you, you will laugh. चंद्रेश आप हंसेंगे अगर मैं बोलूंगा कि हम खाली हाथ आते हैं और खाली हाथ जाते हैं. डॉक्टर सुरेंद्र गोयल किसी को बोलेंगे तो हंसेंगे ना, बोलेंगे अरे तुम कौन सी बड़ी बात बोल रहे हैं, सबको जानता है ना. ऐसा कौन सा आदमी जो नहीं जानता है? Who doesn't realize that we come empty-handed and go empty-handed? Margaret, isn't it true, Margaret? We bring nothing with us. But we don't realize this. We are ignorant. And because of this, we fight. Hey, give me back my stuff. You robbed my stuff. You took my stuff. One brother fighting with another brother because he took away 1 square foot of land when the father died. We are fighting with each other, my dear friends. We are fighting because of ignorance. We are fighting because we don't realize that everything that we see happening is a dream. Is like a dream. The dream is this, right? The dream is like it's a cosmic illusion. What is the difference about a dream and reality? Hitkari ji, what's the difference? Dream में जब हम उठते हैं, जो dream है, वो dream था. Correct? It's not real. Suppose with the Hitkari, you think that you're the Prime Minister of India in the dream. When you wake up in the morning, you are not the Prime Minister. It was just a dream. But even this life is like a dream. The only difference is the dream is over when we wake up. This life is also a dream, gets over at death. We don't realize it, right? That nothing belongs to us. Nothing. Tomorrow, if I die, what happens to all my property, my cars, my relationships? What happens? If I die tomorrow, nothing is mine, my friends. Nothing. Even the people whom I think they are mine, they are not mine. We don't realize that achievement is not fulfillment, which means that success is not happiness. We are chasing success, but we don't realize that you may be successful, but you will not be happy. We don't realize that peace from enlightenment equals happiness. If we realize certain truth, we will not have war. What is the ignorance? We don't realize that God doesn't live in a temple and church. Have you ever seen God in a temple or a church? You've seen a statue. But God doesn't live in the temple or the church, but we don't realize it. We don't realize the desires, our desire to conquer, our desire to own, our desire to possess. It creates a passion and it creates a poison. We don't realize that war cannot equal to peace. War is conflict. War will only create problems. It makes us miserable. We don't realize that religion cannot give us God. We fight in the name of religion. But religion cannot give us God. Only spirituality can. We are ignorant. We are ignorant of some basic truths. You know what are the basic truths? That we are not the body. We have a body, but we are not the body. That's why we fight. We don't realize that we may have a mind. It seems to be there. But we are not the body and mind. We are the divine soul. We don't realize that we are all one soul in different bodies, my friends. And because we don't realize we are different bodies, but one soul, we are fighting with each other. We don't realize that all this is endorsed by science. This is endorsed by science. This is not just spiritual talk. This is endorsed by science. Science has stated in their theory of wave-particle duality. What has science stated? That we all may appear as matter, but in reality, we are energy. Science has stated that we are not what we appear to be. We are energy, based on that ancient principle of the law of thermodynamics. Energy can neither be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to another. My dear friends, we know this, but we don't realize it. We are ignorant. We are ignorant. We don't realize that by hurting others, by hurting others, we are hurting God. Do we realize it? Because we don't realize it, we have war. Because we are ignorant, we are having war. So my friends, we continue to fight even today as I talk to you. Today as I talk to you, is there an end to war, to conflict, to fight? I'm sure you must have experienced a fight today. You must have seen a fight on television, or you must have seen a fight in your family or in your locality or your friends where people are fighting with each other. You must have seen, because I am seeing it. People are ready to kill one another, and there is no peace. What is the subject of today's talk? Peace. Peace. World peace. World peace has a simple solution. What is the solution? Many of you must have studied history. Sanjay Das, did you not study history, how Hitler massacred millions of Jews? Right? You heard, right? You read about it. Hitler, he massacred millions of Jews. People don't even know the reason. Today, they're all trying to understand why did he do it. If you go and study Hitler and the Jew, there are so many theories. That he had a Jewish grandfather, that he had a Jewish woman made him sick for some act of his. Oh, but the point is, why did Hitler massacre millions of Jews? Why did America drop an atom bomb on Hiroshima, Japan? If somebody had to drop an atom bomb on an entire city and kill I don't know how many million people, it is a matter of great shame. And the reason, like I said, is only one. The reason is called ignorance. And because we are ignorant, avidya, we are ignorant, we do things which are a matter of great shame. Let us stop for a moment, my friends, and try to analyze, why do we fight? We fight, right? We all fight. We get angry. Don't we get angry? We take revenge. We hate people. We become jealous. We look at other people and we become jealous. Why? Because of the ego. It is the ego that differentiates me from you. I hate you. I am jealous about what you have. I am angry at you. I will take revenge against you. When will we realize that it is the ego that is causing this? The ego makes me different from you. The ego makes me believe I am this. I am not this. I am in this. Of course, I am in this, right? I am in this, but I am not this. But the ego makes us believe that we are this, the body. It robs our happiness. You know what Rumi said? Rumi was a very good Sufi saint. He said the ego is a veil between human beings and God. Rumi said a beautiful thing. He said the ego is a curtain, is a veil between human being and God. The ego is the one. I don't know if you remember this analogy. Have you ever seen a man with his right leg, he's kicking his left leg? Have you seen? Have you ever seen a man taking his right hand and punching his left hand or cutting his left hand? Unless he's mad. You have never seen a person hurt himself. Why? We have seen people slapping others, but you don't see people slapping themselves. You don't see people slapping themselves because so I think sometimes when the Wi-Fi goes, you lose me. I hope you can hear me, Mr. Hitkari. Please say you can hear me now. Thank you. So suddenly, see what happens is this is natural war. This is not real war. But when Wi-Fi goes off, it's also equal to a war, correct? So my friends, luckily I have a spare device and I move to a spare device and I try to come back and speak to you. The challenge is this. The challenge is if we want peace, we have to overcome our ignorance. If we want peace, we have to overcome our ignorance. That is the only way for us. The only way for us to live in this world with peace is to overcome our ignorance, to realize that we are not different from each other. We have to overcome our ignorance. That is our biggest challenge. So my friend, I hope you have seen me connecting back to my original system, because Wi-Fi went away. And if I'm not visible, let me know. Girish, you can see me, I hope. So if we want peace, my friends, if we want peace, we have to overcome ignorance. We have to realize that peace is the foundation of happiness. It's a simple solution. There is no problem. There is no difficulty for this world to have peace. It's not a dream. In reality, we can have peace if only we are able to overcome our spiritual blindness. We are spiritually blind. The solution for world peace is simple. To realize that you and me, we are one. You and me are the divine soul. We are not the body and mind. One day, the body will die. Sudeep, yes or not? Of course, the body will die. One day, the body will die, but you will never die. You are an immortal soul. It doesn't matter which religion you follow. It doesn't matter which nationality you belong to. You are a divine soul. I am a divine soul. How do we realize we are not different from one another? We have to analyze, are we the body? I don't know how many of you have analyzed this. Some people say, of course I am the body. I say, okay, if you are the body, let us analyze. I asked them, what was your birthday? They say my birthday was 4th of January, 85. So I say, that means if your birthday was 4th of January, 85, that means you were not alive on 3rd of January. If your birthday was 4th of January, that means you were not alive on 3rd. They say, no, I was alive. I was alive in my mother's womb. If you were alive, then your birthday is not on 4th of January. So I asked them, okay, your birthday was not 4th of January, then when were you born? They say, I was born 9 months back when I was conceived. See, some people, they like to interpret these things. Then I asked them, what's your name? They say, actually, the question is slightly different. Ask, who are you? He says, I am Akbar. No, Akbar is just your name. Akbar is just your name. You are not Akbar. My friends, this body starts its journey when two cells become one at the time of conception. Today we look at the mirror and we think we are this body, but one day when this body dies, people burn our body. People bury our body. If we were the body, would anybody bury it? Would anybody burn it? Would you burn your father's body? Would you ever burn your father's body if that was your father? Would you burn it? You would never burn it. But because you know this is not your father, you burn the body. Think about it. I'm asking you a very provocative question. Would you burn your father's body? When your father is alive, will you burn his body? How can you burn the body? Because your father is alive in that body. Only when your father dies, you will burn the body. Friends, therefore, we are not this body. This body is continuously changing. This body is made up of 5 elements. But we are the power inside this body. You know, how many other times you listen to this, you may not be able to realize the truth. I wonder if you can see me or not, because it's showing me I'm frozen. You can see the MRI of your heart, your brain. Have you ever seen a picture of your mind? You've never seen a picture of your mind, right? Because the mind doesn't exist. The mind is a subtle existence. But while we are not the body and mind, Samhita Gupta, you exist or you don't exist? Do you exist? Of course you exist, right? But you are not the body. But you are not the mind. Then who are you? If you are not the body and you are not the mind, but you are Kumar Swami. Kumar Swami is just a name. You are not the one who looks like Kumar Swami. That's just your external look. Who are you? This is what we need to understand. We are the divine soul. See, sometimes you may think, every Friday you repeat the same thing to us. Every Friday you repeat, but have you realized? Have you been able to put an end to all fights? Tell me honestly. Sudeep, have you been able to end all fight, all conflict, all war? Ashok Nichani, have you been able to give up all conflict? Very difficult. Very difficult. Because we are unable to give up because we think I am different from you. A small child went to the park and saw this man filling gas balloons, red, blue, green, orange, pink, yellow, and white. Then he asked the gas balloon man, if you put gas in the black balloon, will it go up in the sky? The man said, of course it will go in the sky. It is not the color of the balloon. It is what is inside it. Correct? It is what is inside it. How many times have I not showed you the example? This live example. How many times have I not showed you? This is a white balloon. And this is also a balloon, a blue balloon, which is dead. But now, when I put air into it, both these balloons become full of life. Both these balloons are full of life. Don't we realize there are two balloons? There are two balloons. But the point is, when these two balloons burst, and they lose their energy inside, they are dead balloons. What happens to the energy, the air that was inside? The air that was inside these balloons have become one. Can you give me the air separately? Can you separately give me the air, the blue balloon air and the white balloon air? Now analyze the same thing when two people die. When two people die, the soul leaves. And the soul leaves the body. If two souls leave the body, both the two souls become one. Is it difficult to understand? It is not difficult to understand. This is a simple reality. When two souls leave two bodies, they become one. They merge with the soul. Friends, we have to realize that we are that soul that leaves the body. We have to realize this truth, because this realization can end all conflict. You will stop fighting with one another. You will not fight with each other, because finally you realize, I am the soul, you are the soul, we are one soul. Why should we fight? It looks too simple to be true. But if the world can realize this truth, if the world, that's why I've written a book, A Simple Solution to World Peace. If the world can only realize the truth that we are all the divine soul, if the world can realize the simple truth of who we are, there will be an end to all war. There will be an end to all battle, and the world will have peace. Yes, the world can have peace when we know in reality that we are all effects. We are all effects. The cause is one. We are manifestations of the one divine. You go to a gold jewelry shop, Shikha Singh. You go to buy some jewelry, and you ask that man, what is the cost of this bangle? He says 10,000. And you ask him, what is the cost of Ganapati? He says also 10,000. Then you ask, how come bangle also same, Ganapati also same? What he tells you, मैडम मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता बैंगल है या गणपति है, मैं तो तोल के बोलता हूं कितना वजन है. Because what matters to that man is that both the Ganapati and the bangle is made in gold. The bangle is in gold, the Ganapati is in gold, the chain is in gold, the bracelet is in gold, the kada is in gold, the earring is in gold, the nose ring is in gold, the anklet is in gold, everything is gold. One day, if you melt all these gold jewelry, what happens? If you melt all the gold jewelry, everything disappears, only gold remains. You have the same God, I have the same God, you have the same energy, I have the same energy. Everybody on this Zoom call has the same energy. But we don't realize this. We don't realize this because we think we are different from each other. And that's why we fight with each other. The whole world is fighting. Can you believe the whole world is fighting? Countries are fighting, communities are fighting, religions are fighting. Brothers in one family are fighting. They are fighting for property. They are fighting for power because of ignorance. I told you in the beginning, we are ignorant. One day we will go. सब कुछ छोड़ के जाना पड़ेगा. Did not hear that Sikandar story? Sikandar, what is this? What does that song say? तेरे जीवन का अंत होगा, झूठ नहीं सच्ची ये बात. कौन यहाँ जो बच के निकला, मौत से कौन है बच पाता. See, the point is that हम खाली हाथ आते हैं, खाली हाथ जाते हैं. रईस, आपने एक कवाली सुना है? रईस, चढ़ता सूरज धीरे धीरे ढलता है, ढल जाएगा, ढल जाएगा, ढल जाएगा. Have you heard? Sudeep, have you heard this? I have not sung it in my bhajan. कौन यहाँ मुसाफिर है, कौन इससे छूता है, तू फना नहीं होगा, ये ख्याल झूठा है. याद रख सिकंदर के हौसले तो आली थे, जब गया था दुनिया से दोनों हाथ खाली थे. अब न वो हलाकू है और न उसके हाथी है, जंगजू न कोरस है और न उसके साथी है. कल जो चल के चलते थे अपने शानो शौकत तक, शम्मा तक नहीं जलती आज उनकी दुर्गत पर. अब न होया आना है, सबको लौट जाना है, मुखलसों का बंदर का कब्र ही ठिकाना है. Have you heard this? इतनी सुना नहीं सुना? जैसी करनी वैसी भरनी, आज की अकल पाएगा. सर को जो उठाकर चलने वाला, एक दिन ठोकर खाएगा. चढ़ता सूरज धीरे धीरे ढलता है, ढल जाएगा. सूरज ढलेगा कि नहीं ढलेगा? हाँ, चंद्रेश, सूरज ढलेगा नहीं ढलेगा? अरे सूरज ढलेगा, मौत आएगी, कोई इससे बच नहीं पाता. इट्स अ ब्यूटीफुल कवाली. आई हैव नॉट heard it or sung it for maybe 10 years. So sorry for the whatever I may have sung has from 10-year-old memory. My point is this. The point is, today there is global conflict. There is global conflict and the culprit is me. The mind and ego, me. The mind makes us think poisonous thoughts and the ego says I. This is the challenge. Because of the mind and ego, me, am I back or not yet back? Yes, I think I'm back. So the problem is this. You see, just like this internet goes off and comes on, goes off and comes on, our realization goes on and comes off, goes on. हम आज सुनेंगे फिर कल लड़ेंगे, आज सुनेंगे फिर कल लड़ेंगे. We keep on fighting because of me. Me. The problem is me. We have to transcend me. If there was no me that separated you and me, there would be no war. There would be no peace. We are prisoners of me. We are imprisoned by our own ignorance. दो भाई हैं, एक घर में रहते, दोनों को एक दूसरे को प्यार करते हैं. Will they kill each other? दो भाई हैं, एक घर में रहते, दोनों से एक दूसरे से प्यार करते, they love each other. Will they kill each other? No. But the next house, there's a neighbor whom they hate. In the night, they will take a knife and stab him. Why do we hate? Why are we having so much conflict in the world? You know the solution? I'm giving you one more practical solution. Are you ready? We don't need military leaders. We don't need religious leaders. We need spiritual leaders. The religious leaders who tell us to fight in the name of God, they must be shot. The religious leaders who teach us to fight one another, they must be eliminated. Because the religious leaders who make us, we want those leaders who make us love each other. We want those leaders who make us hug each other as the divine soul. We don't want leaders, military leaders and religious leaders who create differences. Today the world is in conflict because our leaders, they are the most corrupt people. They divide and rule. What did the British do in India? They used the policy of divide and rule. But if we eliminate political and military leaders and replace them with spiritual leaders, I'm talking of spiritual leaders who are selfless. I'm talking of spiritual leaders who advocate that we are the soul, the divine soul. This is what the world needs to have world peace. Once we realize we are the divine soul, there will be no war. There will be no conflict. Once we all realize that main Atma, aap bhi Atma. You are a spirit, I am a spirit. We are both Atma. We are both a part of Paramatma. मैं भी परमात्मा एक अंश का अंश हूं, आप भी परमात्मा का एक अंश है. If you realize that we are all a manifestation of God, there would be world peace. If you find a God in front of you, will you take a sword and kill God? प्रभु का कत्ल करेंगे? Will you take a gun and shoot God? How can I shoot God? Yeah, but you're shooting a human being. You're shooting a human being who is none other than God. You're killing a human being who is none other than God. When will you realize that man is not man? Man appears as man, but inside man there is God. The kingdom of God is within. The Bible says. The Bible says God lives in the temple of your heart. The Upanishad says, Aham Brahmasmi. The Bhagavad Gita says that you are the Atma and Atma is Paramatma. Every good scripture of this world teaches us that we are all manifestations of God. We appear different, but we are not different. We are all a manifestation of God. My friends, the moment we realize this truth, there will be no war in this world. There will be no war. The world will become a heaven. The world will have peace. Once we realize we are the divine soul, that's why enlightenment can be a solution for global peace. Look at why we have chosen this topic and why I'm writing a book. The topic of the book is, I'm writing a book, it's called A Simple Solution to World Peace. If we realize we are the soul, there will be no war. When we realize we are the soul, we will not identify each other by the color of the skin. Today in America, a white man is taking a gun and killing a black man. A white man is killing a black man. You hear it every day. You find Americans taking guns and shooting Asians. Last week, one man shot 8 Asians. Arey, kab khatam hoga dunya mein ye ladai? When will this war end? When we realize we are not what we appear as the skin. When we realize we are the power within. And you are the people who are on this Zoom call who can spread this message to make people understand that we are trapped by a cosmic illusion called Maya. The fact is, one day we will die, the body will return to dust. We are not that dust. We are the divine soul. We are the Atma. We are the Ruh, the spirit, the soul. When will we realize this truth? The day we realize this truth, the world will have peace. Remember, it's a choice. Ignorance equals to war. Realization equals to peace. If we realize the truth about life, who we are, the world will have peace. All we've got to do is overcome ignorance and be enlightened with the truth. How can we be enlightened? First, I told you, we don't need military leaders and religious leaders. We want spiritual leaders who teach us that you can believe in any religion you want. It doesn't matter. But ultimately, the God is one. You may say pani or water or tanni or niru or miso in Japan, but it's all water. Just because Japanese call miso, it doesn't become a soup. It's still water. The next thing we need is the new educational system. We need a new educational system which encourages people to ask questions, to investigate, and to realize. We don't need people to say, you don't need to tell your children, shut up and listen to me. Don't ask questions. You need to encourage children to ask questions. We need to make children realize the truth that we are the divine soul. The truth is this, we're all human beings. Just like there are many waves in the ocean is one. The waves may be many. Just like there are many pieces of art in a potter's shop. A potter may make a matka, he may make a kullad, he may make a plate, he may make a statue, but they're all mitti. They appear as a hathi and ghoda. मिट्टी का हाथी, मिट्टी का घोड़ा. फर्क बहुत थोड़ा. मिट्टी का हाथी, मिट्टी का घोड़ा. फर्क बहुत थोड़ा. भाई फर्क बहुत थोड़ा because दोनों मिट्टी. Finally we are all the same energy. The solution to world peace is simple. Let us realize the truth. Even science today has declared that you may look like a body with 30 trillion cells, but in reality, every cell of the body is made of energy. This is scientific theory, a scientific statement that you are not the mass that you appear to be. Science endorses that you are energy. So friends, we have to live this message. To summarize, before I give you over questions, there is no peace in the world. There is no peace in the world. There are only war and battle and conflict. And this causes suffering. Nobody wants to suffer. Everybody wants to be free from suffering. People want peace. People want happiness. If the world must have peace, the solution is very simple. We must realize we are all one divine soul. We are all part of one energy, the supreme energy. It appears as American and Chinese. It appears as we are different religions. It appears we are different communities. We appear to be of different ethnicities, but the soul is one. A simple realization. When we realize that we are all one soul, there will be an end to war and the world will have peace. I can guarantee you one day, if I may not be alive, but if you're alive, you will see that the day the world realizes that we are all part of one soul, and this is what Vivekananda said, this is what Ramana Maharshi said, this is what Adi Shankara said, this is what the Buddha said, this is what all the scriptures of the world say, but we don't interpret it in the right way. So friends, that is why we have to realize this and we need to be enlightened. Today we have sent out many of your books. The Enlightenment Life book has been couriered to all of you who have given me your address. जिसने मुझे address दिया है, your book has already been couriered today. Because next week we are going to be talking on getting started with the Enlightenment Life book. So please make sure you get your copy in the next 2 or 3 days. Book has already come to you. And this book is yours, your personal book, and it will reach you in the next 2, 3, 4 days. If you don't get the book in the next 2, 3 days, please let me know, because I have sent the book to all of you. That was my part. My part is to give you the book. I can't give you enlightenment. You have to be enlightened. I can give you a switch, but you have to press the switch for the light to come on, because the light has to come on inside you. I cannot put a light on inside you. Only you can access the inside you. I can show you how to switch on the light. But next week we will talk about that. All those who are in Bangalore, please collect your book. Sudeep, have you collected your book? Have you got a message to collect your book, Sudeep? Margaret, have you got a message to collect your book, Margaret? Okay, so please coordinate, either if you collect the book or if you need it to be delivered by me, then I'm not in Bangalore, but hopefully each of you will get your enlightenment book. And next week we will get started with enlightenment. All those who are out of Bangalore, we have sent your book. Krishna Sharma, if you're collecting it tomorrow, please confirm to me that you all get your book. My dear friends, that is next week we will be discussing getting. Sunita Chhabria got the message, she will collect the book. Getting started with your Enlightenment Life book is next week. So please collect your copy. But today I will answer your question on world peace. The solution looks too simple to believe. It's true. Is it so easy for the world to have peace? It's a very simple solution. The simple solution is realization of the truth. The simple solution is enlightenment. And if there is enlightenment, then there will be world peace. So we are now going to go on to question and answer. All right. The first question is from Dr. Surinder Goyal. Sometimes war is necessary to punish the evil and create the rule of dharma and have long-lasting peace and prosperity. Dear Dr. Surinder Goyal, with all due respect, I want to ask you a question. आप हैं डॉक्टर सुरिंदर गोयल? कहाँ हैं आप? सामने आ जाओ. Dr. Surinder Goyal. I'm trying to look for him. Dr. Surinder Goyal asked the question that we have to punish somebody. Dr. Goyal, if you made a mistake tomorrow and you were walking and you killed a cockroach by mistake, should I have to punish you? If you had a choice, you would say, please forgive me. Don't kill me because I killed a cockroach. I didn't see the cockroach. No, the question is, why did you not see? We have to learn not to punish, point one. And point two, war is the most extreme step. When we realize we are all one, we can find a peaceful solution. War is not a necessary solution to punish. There are courts and there are legal systems. Somebody asked Jesus, when somebody makes a mistake, how many times to forgive? You remember, Margaret, you know the answer, no? Should I forgive? They asked Jesus, should we forgive 7 times? The man is going on making the mistake, or 70 times. You know what Jesus said? Not 7 times, not 70 times, 70 times 7. Am I right, Margaret? 70 times 7. Forgive 490 times. Keep on forgiving, keep on forgiving, keep on forgiving, keep on forgiving. This is what a spiritual person will do. When a person makes a mistake, teach them and make them move forward. Next question from Ashok Chotwani. Can we get peace in this world through love? Everyone, of course. But Mr. Chotwani, the problem is we don't love. Why we don't love? Because we love only looking at the color of the skin. We are only trying to love the outer appearances, Mr. Ashok Chotwani. That is the reason we are not unable to love everyone. We love those who look good, but we are not able to love those who don't look good. If there is a beautiful person, you want to love them, but it's a terrorist, you are scared to love. If it's a little cute little dog, you want to love. But if it's an ugly looking pig, you don't want to love. Because you are looking at the color of you're looking at the outer appearance. The moment we start looking at what is inside, we will be able to love one and all. Rekha Parwani. We have to realize, but if the other person doesn't realize that it's a close relationship in spite of what we should do. See, we have to realize if the other person doesn't realize, still by having conflict, still by having hate, we are creating poison in our lives. What is the point of us creating poison in our life? If other people don't realize, why should we be angry and lose our peace of mind? If other people are making a mistake with their actions, why should our reactions make us miserable? So remember this, you can't control other people's actions, but you can control your own reactions. So Rekha, control your reaction. You can't make other people realize. I can't make you realize, Rekha. Only you have to realize when you open your real eyes. Only when you open your real eyes, you will realize. I can't make you open your real eyes. Next question from Sagai Raj. Why in this world there are fighting for the color of the skin? Why not realizing that everybody is God's creation? Because of Maya. Because of the cosmic illusion. Because of me, the mind and the ego. These are all the reasons. The me, the mind makes us fight. The ego makes me different from black and white. The Maya projects people as different. When we transcend mind, ego, and we realize this world is Maya, it is a cosmic illusion, we will stop fighting. When we realize that one day we will all die, when we realize that we are the divine soul, we will stop fighting. When we realize that God is inside us, God is inside you and me, we will stop fighting. We have to realize this truth. Unless we realize all these truths, we will continue to fight like mad people. We will continue to kill one another. Do you understand? We kill one another. Why? What is the reason we kill one another? Like I said, you will not take a knife and cut off your own nose because that is your nose. When will we realize that you and me are two different bodies, but we are one soul? The moment we realize this, Sagairaj, the moment we realize we are all manifestation of God, we will stop all the fighting. But it's not going to happen tomorrow. Although the solution is easy, it needs a global effort. Dr. Surinder Goyal, dictionary meaning of peace is a stress-free state of security and calmness that comes when there's no fighting of war. Everything coexisting in perfect harmony and freedom. How will it happen, Dr. Surinder Goyal? How will there be a peaceful coexistence when we think we are different from each other? The cause of restlessness and war is selfish interest in mind and ego. Spirituality is the only way. So Dr. Surinder Goyal is endorsing this talk. But Dr. Surinder Goyal, tell as many people as you can, ये लड़ाई गड़ाई बंद करो. ये क्या है? एक दूसरे से हम लड़ रहे हैं. पागल है. We are mad people. We are ignorant. We are ignorant. We don't realize the truth of who we are. The moment we realize we are all manifestations of the one divine, all war will end. Srinath, if we are all the divine soul and manifestation of God, then why this independent behavior and why Maya exists in the world? Because that is the only way God has given us an opportunity to reach Him, right? So Srinath, the only way for us to realize God, God has given us a simple challenge to realize that He is hidden inside us. God has given us this simple challenge that we have to find Him inside us. The Atma is Paramatma. The moment we find that, then we become one with God. So God wants us. How will we find God? We must seek God. You must yearn for God. You must be passionate about God. Not many people are passionate, but the spelling is not G-O-D. They are passionate about G-O-L-D. Many people are passionate about gold and diamonds. Huh? Will you take all your diamonds with you when you go? You know it. You know that your diamonds will be left behind, whether it's 1 carat, 2 carat, 3 carat, 5 carat. Huh? Just like rabbits will eat all the carrots. Your carrots, your diamonds will be left behind. They will be just useless pieces of stone. If you die today, I'm asking you a question. Answer the question to your heart. If you have a bag full of diamonds and you die today, will you be able to take one diamond with you? You know the answer. This is Maya. This is Maya. Maya doesn't let us accept the fact that nothing will belong to us. That when the time comes to go, it will be end of the show. Sarah, why were different religions formed? Sarah, different religions were formed for a good cause. Different religions were formed to pray to God. A religion, B religion, C religion, all were formed to pray to God, correct? But what happened, Sarah, after religions were formed, the people in charge of religions made their followers become fanatics. Every religion. The problem is not in one religion. The problem is in every religion. Please understand, the problem is not with one religion. Every religion makes their followers fanatics. And this is the biggest mistake. All religions are good. Next point I'm telling you, all religions are good. All religions teach us to believe in God, to pray to God, to be good. But because these religions make us fanatics, हम religion के ऊपर पागल हो जाते हैं, हम अपने scripture के ऊपर पागल हो जाते हैं. Because of that, we are not able to love one another and we are not able to see God in one another. The moment we see God, then we are all one. So religion is like a kindergarten. It teaches us ABC of God. But then you have to go to university. In university, you graduate. The university is called spirituality. Spirituality is not another religion. Spirituality is a university which goes beyond religion. Kishan, We know all this, but how to live this, how to message in our daily life, practice. Kishan, you have to convert knowledge into action. How to make this practical in your daily life? You have to convert knowledge into action. Just like you're taught how to, for example, you're taught how to swim. They give you theory class and practical class. You're taught how to type. They give you theory class and practical class. You're taught biology. They give you theory and practical. You're taught to become a doctor. Everything that you're taught in this world has got theory and practical. So what you need to do? You need to do the theory and you need to do the practical. If you don't do the practical, then it will only be theory. Vipul Raj, how can we make the world realize that we are one soul? Can we contribute in any way? Vipul Raj, by you realizing you are the soul. If only you realize you are not Vipul Raj, your name is Vipul Raj. If you realize you are the soul, the Atma in Vipul, you can make a change in the world. You don't need me. From today, if you tell everybody you are not this body, the body is constantly changing. You tell people you are the soul. If each one of us in the Zoom call, we are 100 people. If 100 people talk to 100 people, the message goes to 10,000 people. But we are shy sometimes to talk to others. Arey log kya kahenge? We are so concerned about log kya kahenge. Huh? So we have to go beyond log kya kahenge. We have to forget about what people will think. And we have to go beyond and talk the reality, the truth. This is our biggest challenge. Abhinav Panwar, the question, how can one develop patience? Because I read when the mind resists, the world also rests. When the mind rests, the world rests. Patience is a discipline. Patience will be developed when you calm the mind. You can calm the mind when you practice silence. You can calm the mind when you practice renunciation. Patience is developing the soul. It's part of the journey of enlightenment. Why are we impatient? Now let's understand. You asked me the question, how can we develop patience? The question is, why are we impatient? Why are we running? Because we think that time will be over. Correct? Time will be over anyway. Time may be over. Maybe I am not able to finish this Zoom call. Suppose in 1 minute my life is over. Then why am I running? When we realize that every moment is to be lived and we must not rush through every moment, then we develop patience. Patience will come when you overcome impatience. Impatience will be overcome when you overcome ignorance. So the journey of enlightenment helps you in all these manners. Saurabh Chaturvedi, what about rapists? We should forgive them too. I believe that we must reform them. There must be a method to reform people who make crimes. Instead of only punishing people, they must be put in reformation centers. We are putting them in prisons only to make them worse. I believe that every criminal must be admitted in a reformation center. What is the point of putting a criminal in a prison? That is inhuman. If you put the same criminal in a reformation center, which is like a jail, it is like a jail, but it is reforming them. This is what God has created, the law of karma. The law of karma is not punitive, it is reformative. God forgives us. Just like God forgives us, we have to forgive the God that lives in another man by trying to reform them. Karan Singh, we are reaching an end to the questions. There's 1 or 2 more questions before we close. Karan Singh, after some time, God wants to send you to earth again. Will you come? It depends on you or God. After unification, someone will come to earth or not. Karan Singh, if you realize you are not this body that dies, if you realize you are not the me, the mind and ego, then you attain mukti, moksha, nirvana, liberation, unification with God. Then there is no coming back. you attain that state of Swarga, of heaven. Every individual's goal in life is to realize we are the soul. That is our goal, to become one with God. Then there is no coming back, because this world is just a drama. It is a leela. It appears, this world, but actually it is all projection. It is Maya. Therefore, nobody should want to come back. This is our ignorance that we think we want to come back. Because when you come back in this world, there is suffering. When you unite with God, there is Sat Chit Anand. There is Ananda. There is bliss and there is peace. That is the ultimate goal. Last question for today. I hope administrators, any more questions, please tell me now, because otherwise it's the last question. How can our neighbor countries be taught the meaning of ignorance? Our neighboring countries can be taught the meaning of ignorance when we demonstrate that we are not ignorant. Our neighboring countries can only be taught the meaning of ignorance when we act as a role model. If they are ignorant and we are ignorant, then both are ignorant. Have you not heard the quote? An eye for the eye makes the whole world blind. If you take my eye and I take your eye, and then you take my eye and I take your eye, the whole world will be blind. When will we realize that we have to demonstrate our intelligence through forgiveness? We have to demonstrate our intelligence through love. We have to demonstrate our intelligence through patience. We have to demonstrate our intelligence through acts of kindness, compassion, forgiveness. This is the way for neighboring countries to be transformed. Let the neighboring countries fight. But remember, tali do haath se bajti hai. You don't fight. You withdraw your hand. You do your protection. You have to protect yourself. You protect yourself. But you don't pick up arms and fight. If one country is taking bombs and you're also taking bombs, then how will you teach them how to overcome their ignorance? There must be self-defense, that our people are not hurt. But in every other way, we should demonstrate our Sanatana Dharma. We have been taught 4,000 years ago by our rishis. Tat Tvam Asi, thou art that. Neti Neti, you are not the body, you are not the mind. Aham Brahmasmi, you are the divine. I am Atma Brahma. This Atma, the spirit, is God. Prajnanam Brahma, every soul is God. This is what every scripture in this world actually advocates. Unfortunately, we are wrongly interpreting our scriptures. If somebody talks about our scriptures, we are taking knives and guns and killing them. Is that the way to pray to God? That's not the way to pray. But when we realize the truth, there will be world peace. And I believe the day is not far where the world will stop all guns. The world will give up all battles, all wars, all conflicts. I believe the day is very close when the world replaces military leaders and religious leaders by spiritual leaders. When we all are enlightened with the truth, then this world will become a heaven on earth. We will all experience peace. My friends, thank you for being on this call today. Next week, we are going to be talking on My Enlightenment Life book. I would like to thank all of you, so please switch on your videos. Girish, thank you for being on this call. Sanjay Das, Amma, thank you for being on this call. Girish, I have sent you 2 books for you and Amma. I have sent 2 books to you. Samita Gupta, I have sent your book, I am sure. Sanjay Das, your book is coming to you. Chandresh, you and Shikha books have been sent. Kumar Swami, I think your book also has been sent. Margaret, please collect your book. Thank you for being on this call. Sudeep, please collect your book. Thank you, Mona, for being on the call. Veena, thank you for being on the call. Please collect your book. Vipul Raj, you're from Bangalore? No. Please collect your book if you're from Bangalore. Otherwise, if you've asked for the book, it's coming to you. Mr. Budrani, Thank you for being on this call. Your book has been sent to Bombay. I hope you will collect the book, My Enlightenment Life book. Shiva, I don't think you're given your address. Srikant, Mr. Sangam Gupta, you're new to this call, I believe. I don't remember seeing you, but if you are interested in the Enlightenment book, let us know. Ashok Chotwani, your book is sent. Thank you for being on the call, Sachin. Thank you. Karan Singh and Komal, collect your books if you are from Bangalore. Rais, आपका किताब मैं कश्मीर लेके आऊंगा. So I'm coming on 6th. I will give your book to Nazir. And hopefully you will be on the call with that. Please make sure the book reaches you because, oh my God, but the call is on the 5th. So I don't know, but I will try to get the call. Or you give me your address, I will post it to you immediately, right? Kishan, thank you for being on the call. Gautam, Sagai Raj, Ajitek, Hitkari ji, Aapka kitab, Ajitek, Aapka kitab is gone. Rekha, please collect your book. Thank you for being on the call. Sarah, thank you for being on the call. We are unable to find a method to send the book. Please help us in a way, if possible. We have tried FedEx, we have tried all the possibilities. Help us to get the book across to you. And thank you for being on the call. Abhinav, Shikha Singh, Janvi, and Harsh Agarwal. Thank you so much for being on the call. Surinder, Magesh, Maggie, and the rest, I can't see you all. But I thank you all for being on the call. I would normally like you to switch on your video so I can say thank you for being on the call. But as I said, some of you are in a situation where you can't switch on your videos. May God bless you. May you realize you are the divine soul. May you become an instrument that help people to manifest as the divine and to help people make this world a world of peace. Sunita Chavria, thank you for being on the call, and please collect your book. Harsh Agarwal, thank you, and the rest of you who have been here. It is always a blessing to have you every Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. You give me your divine blessings by being on this call and helping me to share what I can share with you and help you make this world a better place for yourself and for others. God bless. Thank you. Shivoham.